Madrid lost 2-0 versus Celta de Vigo, and we face Manchester City midweek. Like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. It is a mess right now. It is an absolute mess right now. I woke up, looked at my phone, and the first things I saw is that the Real Madrid board, had a meeting about possible sacking of Xabi Alonso after the Manchester City game, depending on how that goes. And it's an absolute mess right now. Look, I'll talk about the Manchester City. I'll do a little preview in just a second, but let's talk about the Celta de Vigo game because it was a mess. Two red cards, a mess. We lost 2-0 at home. We get further away from Barcelona, and it was just so bad to watch. You watch the game, right? You actually watch the game. We have the ball passing side to side, and we absolutely do nothing. I feel like I'm on record right now, a repetition, because I just keep saying the same things over and over again. Yes, I got carried away with the win with Atletico Bilbao, but then we play it like I in that video. I literally said we struggle with low blocks, we still struggle with mid blocks because we're slow on the ball, and our game is space. If you give us space, we will succeed. We will do very good. But you give us a low block and trying to break the team down, we struggle so much. Atletico Bilbao, the second goal, we broke them down, right? But even when you look at it, there was space running in behind. Atletico Bilbao were coming back barely, and it was a sort of a counterattack with Bilbao having their people back, right? With some of their people back. But against Celta de Vigo, what did they do? Hold us back, and they know we don't have someone in the box. They know we're not gonna break them down. They know this, and that's why every time they counterattacked, they made sure to shoot. They made sure to cross. So they would make sure to end the play no matter what. They were genuinely, every time they counterattacked, they would try to finish the play, even if it was a bad shot, even if it was a foul or something. Every time they counterattacked us, they would make sure to finish the play. And if they didn't finish it well, they would make sure to get a foul. They make sure the ball went out of bounds, and so they could come back and figure themselves out again, right? And it's just so bad to watch. The football we play is so bad, and I was gonna make the video yesterday, the day of the game that we lost, but then I had to rewatch it. I rewatched it, and man, it looks bad right now. Cause now I wake up and I see these news that hierarchy in Real Madrid came out and made it, and they had a little group, right? The hierarchy in Real Madrid had a little group, a little meeting. I heard it was a long meeting, by the way, about the possibility of sacking Xavi Alonso. Look, I said this at the beginning of the season, right? That the big games, if we lost some of the early big games, I said it, I predicted it, that Xavi wouldn't last too long. Because once we lose the big games, Florentino starts questioning him, and then if we lose any of the little games, then things get worse. I said this would be a chaos, and it's exactly what's going on, right? It's chaos. It's very bad, and it's sad, man. It's so sad to watch because the football we play is so bad. Like yesterday, we didn't run, we didn't press, we didn't defend until we got the red card, and still we started losing. Xavi Alonso said it himself, and that's something I thought was good that he said. Right, we didn't we played better with 10 men because we actually started to press, we actually started to run, we actually started to defend, to work hard. That's when we started to work hard, and it's not even just a Xavi problem. It's not even just that. It's a team problem. We have team struggling. We don't press, and we press one game. We don't press another. We press for 5 minutes. We don't press for 85. It's such a mess right now. It's such chaos, and it's so bad. It's so bad. We have we have Trent Alexander injured. Carvajal injured. Fran Garcia red card. Alvaro Carreras red card. Militao is out for 3 to 4 months. Rudiger came back from injury 2 weeks ago. Asensio is the only one fit. So we're literally gonna have to play with Rudiger, Asensio, and then Valverde and Camavinga on the left. Like if Ferland Mendy, because I'm pretty sure Ferland Mendy got injured, Hoyson's in, everyone's injured, or we have with the red card. Luckily, these red cards are only for La Liga. Alvaro Carreras will be there against City. Fran Garcia will be there against City. Valverde will be playing right back. I know that for a fact. Tchouaméni will be our DM, and it just depends, right? Because you could honestly put Asensio at right back again and put Tchouaméni at center back, but I just don't like that, especially against Haaland. I would rather have Asensio with his speed and physicality and just his toughness against Haaland with Rudiger. Rudiger knows how to deal with Haaland, but this is a different Haaland, right? And I'll talk about the City game in a bit, but hold on with me, right? Strap in because it is a mess. I don't want to keep talking about how I predicted it, right? But I predicted it, right? I said if things didn't go well for the first couple of weeks and the big games, that things would be chaos, and it's sad to watch. It's genuinely sad to watch because we began the season with Xabi Alonso doing what he did at Leverkusen. We had this tactical management, who in any other team would get the full year. In any other team, he would get a year and a half. He would get transfer windows. He would get his ideas, his players. He would get his things across the team. But this is Real Madrid. You don't have time here. If things don't look well, you're gonna get sacked. We've had managers get sacked after not winning a Champions League one year, but winning it the year before. Ancelotti won the Champions League 2 years ago. He didn't win it last season. It was a bad season. He got. It's just little things like that. This is Real Madrid. This is the team with the most pressure in the world. If you don't win a Champions League, if you don't win something, you're done. You're done. And by the looks of how things are going right now, it's not looking too good for Xavi Alonso. And look, I've seen things. I've seen managers get time in other teams. I've seen managers get time. With the obvious one is Arteta at time, 5 years. The obvious one, another one, obvious one is Vincent Company lost the title in the first season. With Harry Kane not winning the title. Another one being Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique failed multiple times at PSG, but those teams don't have the pressure that we have. Those teams don't have the standards that we have. Our standards are so high that even if you don't win the Champions League, or if you don't win the league, at least you're done. And that's how it is here. And am I gonna be mad at the decision if they end up sacking Alonso? No. Am I gonna be mad if would I be surprised if the problems keep happening even with another manager after Xabi Alonso? No. Because there is problems there, right? There's the obvious problem of Vinny and Mbappe with sometimes not connecting. There's the problem of not having now striker who's in the box, who we could cross to, who we could play to, who we could play for, right? Who could attract the center backs, attract their defenders, and give Vinny space, attract the defenders and give someone else space. Jude, someone that could attract the defenders so Jude can make that run in behind, who could come into the box, right? We don't have that out and out striker. We have Gonzalo, but he's not getting any minutes. We have Endrick, but he's not getting any minutes. So problems will keep going unless we get like a Sedan another Sedan, right? But I don't think we'll get Sedan. He's waiting on that Francis job. He's been waiting for that Francis job. We're not. And we need like some special management if we end up sacking Xavi. Likes of like an Ancelotti who's not coming back. He's in Brazil. Like I said, Zidane, he's waiting for that France job. Julian Klopp, Julian Klopp is pretty amazing when it comes to man management. Everyone loves Julian Klopp, and he's retired. So it's gonna be a tough pick. But look, things are bad. Something needs to change. We can't. I don't think things in the. I don't think things in the inside would change. Right. I don't think Vinny and Xabi Alonso are gonna be best friends out anywhere. I don't think who else is having problems with it? Valverde. I don't think Valverde is gonna be friends with Xavi Alonso. There's little things, right? Because Valverde is our captain. That man bleeds Real Madrid. Valverde bleeds Real Madrid too, and if he's having problems with the manager and all this, then who knows, man? It's genuinely sad to see because we're in a position where things won't. I don't think things will turn around that much under this new manager with problems with the people and problems with the hierarchy having meetings about you already, and things aren't looking good, man. But me, if I want what's best for the team, and whether it's Chabi, whether it's Chabi in or out, whether it's Vinny in and out, I want what's best for the club. And we'll see how what the hierarchy thinks that is. If I want what's best for the club, if it means Chavi in or out, it doesn't matter to me. If it means Vinny in or out, it doesn't matter to me. If we are doing well, it doesn't matter to me. So we'll see how that goes. It was a terrible game. Terrible game. It's a repetition of multiple other games we've had, but this time we couldn't score, and this time they scored two on us. So, terrible game. Red cards. Terrible game. And we face Manchester City midweek. I think it's Wednesday. We face City Wednesday. And look, I might seem delusional right after that rant I just went to, but I think we could beat City. We lost to Celta de Vigo, and I just went on that 10-minute rant about Real Madrid. But I think we could be City. I think City will play to our strengths. I think they will give us space. We've seen City concede four to Fulham. We've seen City concede to Leeds. We've seen them in the counterattacks be so weak. I know I've talked about how strong they are in attack and how strong they are in possession, but in transitional defending, they're not the best. Ruben Diaz isn't the best transitional defender. They have Guardiola, who's very good when it comes to defending in transition, but I don't think they have the best. Mateus Nunez, a center mid and right back. Transitional defending. They might put Kusanov there, which will make us struggle a little bit, but Nico O'Reilly again, transitional defending, not too good in my opinion as well. And I think City will play to our strengths. I think it's a matter of how do they call it when one team just we just it's just a game. It will be a very good game, but I think City will play to our strengths. I think they will give Mbappe space. They will give Vinny space. They will give us space to run in behind, and I think we will find those passes. Um, yeah, I think it's such a different type of game. They're not gonna sit back and wait for us. They're not gonna sit back and counterattack us. They won't do that. That's the teams we struggle with. Those are the problems we have. We beat Atletico Bilbao midweek last week because they give us space. Because they gave us the options to run in behind. They gave Mbappe space. They give Vinny space. You give us space, we will beat you guys. I promise you. You give us space, we will beat you. And we have the players to score. I think this could be a very big statement win for Xavi Alonso. This could be a game that saves Xavi Alonso's job. This could be a game that builds relationships between players and manager. This could be one of those games. And I want what's best for my team. And whether it is like I said, I want the best what's for my team, and I think we have to win this game. If we one of those options is for Vinny and Xavi Alonso to stay together, then we have to win this game. This is the biggest game we have since we lost to Liverpool. This is the biggest game since then, right? I said it back then. I said it when we faced Liverpool. After Liverpool lost to the weekend after, I said it. I said we face City on the 10th of December. This is going to be a huge game because it's the next big game. If we lose another big game, I promise you they will sack Xavi Alonso. If we lose to City in a manner that we don't like, in a manner that is crazy, and if we even it doesn't matter the manner. If we lose to City, I promise you they will sack Alonso. Because it's a big game. Like I said, it's the biggest game we've had since Liverpool. And if we lose against City, I promise you they will sack Alonso. I promise you they will because that would be Liverpool lost, City lost. We struggled against Juventus, who are trash, and it will be like that. I promise you. If we lose to City, they will sack Alonso. I promise you. And it sucks, right? Because I don't like my club being in that position, but I think that's what's gonna happen. I think it's not what I want, but I think it's what's gonna happen. If he loses against City, he's out. But I think we could beat City, right? I think, like I said, they will play to our strengths. They will give us space, and that's when we exceed. They give us space, we will exceed. I think Camavinga will be playing. Alvaro Carreras looks amazing. He will break. There will be. I feel like one of the plays that we score, Alvaro Carreras is gonna break the press with his dribbling and find Mbappe or Vini. I think that's one of the things that was gonna happen. My ideal lineup for that game would be Courtois, Federico Valverde, Rudiger Asensio Carreras, Chouameni, Camavinga if he's fit, Jude, Valverde, Vini, Mbappe. That would be my starting 11 for the Man City game. And yeah, I think we'll be City. I genuinely think we'll be City. I know I went on a 10-minute rant about how bad we've been and about the chaos at Madrid, but I do think we'll be City. They'll play to our strengths. Call me delusional. I don't care. I'll see you guys on Wednesday after we destroy City. Come on, guys. I'm a Madrid fan. Am I a bit delusional? Yes. So what? We'll be City, and I'll make a video about that too. Peace out.